Alrighty, let's move on to question number 86. All right, this is a class 5 standard question, and the correct answer is C. Basically, a benefit cost ratio means that your benefits divided by cost, you should have as large a benefit as possible. Now, which means a value which is greater than 1, right? So which one of these would have the greatest value of greater than 1? All of these are greater than 1. So which one will be the biggest? Now, if you look at 5-4, it's just going to be 1 point something. If you look at 5, 5 divided by 2, 5 is a ratio of 2, means 5 by 2. It just becomes something like 2 point something. Then you have, which is just 2. But this one is 3. So if you look at it, 3 divided by 1, of course, will be 3. So if you look at it, this has the highest value, right? So therefore, you'll go with the project which has the highest BCR. Perfect. That's the right answer for you. All right, let's move on to question number 87. And the correct answer is A, identify a risk. What are we doing here? Mike is a project manager for an IT technology implementation project. He is using an Ishikawa diagram to figure out what could cause a potential risk on his project. That's it. So you're just trying to identify risk. So what process is he in? That is identify risk. If he was trying to prioritize, he would be in qualitative risk analysis, right? If and quality control has nothing to do with risks. And then, of course, he's beyond planning, because in planning, we just find the major categories of the risk, that who's going to do identify a risk, what template are we going to use for risk searches. So those kind of things are done. But that's not what is happening here. We're actually trying to find the risk. We are trying to use Ishikawa or any other method to identify risks. And therefore, the process that we are in is identify risks. All right, let's move on to question number 88. And the correct answer is process owner. See, there are separate roles provided in Agile. Team facilitator, team member, you have those kind of roles. Then you have product owner, you have the team, what I call the Agile team leader, Scrum Master. You have those. Cross-functional team, of course, you have them. But the one that doesn't show up as one of the roles of in an Agile team is process owner. Of course, the number of roles are not just three, there are more. But they're saying three common roles, right? So the main point is process owner. Forget about being common, it is not one of the roles of Agile. That's it. In case you're looking for a course, an examination readiness course, which is going to get you ready in just under 16 hours to ace PMP exam. Does a course like that exist? Yes, it does. Well, all you have to do is type pmvideo.pm-pulse.com. That's my site for PM videos, and over here you have a few PMP 2021 related videos. The very first one is PMP Dash. PMP Dash for acing PMP 2021. When you come to this particular landing page, you have a video which will give you an introduction to entire PMP Dash. It also contains certain things which are there in PMP Dash. There'll be samples of what's contained inside. You can make an informed decision. The best thing is, it gets you ready in just 16 hours. It contains every aspect of what's going to be covered in the PMP exam. Not only that, it has also 180 questions, full examination set guided by me. In case you're looking for a course which will get you ready for PMP exam in a very short period of time, and not only that, it'll help you ace it. Well, this is the course. All right, let's move on to question number 89. Sorry, my mistake. And the correct answer is retrospective, right? Basically, what are we trying to do here? During this process, at regular intervals, the team reflects on how to become more effective. This is basically done in Agile towards the, not towards, after the finishing of an iteration or a sprint. Even after the demo. So after the sprint, you have the deliverables, and the deliverables are validated by the product owner or by the customer or a combination of both. And that's called demo or a sprint review or a iteration review. Once that is done, you have a retrospective to figure out, okay, what worked, what did not work, what could do better, and what are the things that we're going to do, better during the next iteration. And therefore, that's how you become smarter. You become more effective as you go through the iterations, and that's the right thing, and that is retrospective. Backlog operation has nothing to do with becoming effective. It is just reprioritization or something like that. Same thing is with the backlog refinement. And daily stands up. They basically tell us, okay, what are the impediments and things like that. And it's part of the iteration, right? And therefore, the best answer for this is retrospective. All right, let's move on to question number 90. And the correct answer is Update Communications Management Plan. So, this project calls for an immaculate level of cross cultural collaboration across stakeholders and team members of various geographies. What should Martha do as a project manager to address correct communication channels with correct stakeholders when the project involves team across various geographical locations? The biggest challenge would be communication, formal communication, or any kind of communication. The biggest challenge would be communication, right? So, because you have so many different languages, colloquial uses, different cultures, different expectations, and therefore your focus should be on communication management plan. Update risk register, update stakeholder register, update stakeholder engagement plan. None of this. Update stakeholder engagement plan may help a little bit. There's no doubt about it. But B and C are not going to help with actually getting along with people from different geographies. What's really going to help is update stakeholder engagement plan. But you're going to do that only so that you'll figure out, okay, how do we reach out to these team members from across geographies? How do we communicate? So ultimately, it falls on to A, alpha, right? Okay, perfect.